Well, spank my ass and call me Judy. This is part 2 of readings from the 3rd of February 2024, because when I showed you the photograph of my massive big scar, my iPhone turned off the videoing again. I swear to Goddess, this is driving me batshit crazy, people. But anyway, here we are again, back in the Sacred Space Garden, strutting our stuff. Speaking of strutting our stuff, hello Mr. Turkey, little baby. Very busy bird, very busy bird. I'm so happy the dog's dead because I don't get chased out of the garden anymore. Where's Beauregard, baby? Where's our Beauregard? In Valhalla, waiting for Mama. Oh dear Goddess. Anyway, still very upsetting about that. Anyway, I continue with my readings from even date, but we're back down in the time sequentiae of 3rd of February 2021. Let's try and get this video done without blipping off, shall we? Can we do it? Maybe. 11:11 a.m. Thank you, angels. I'm sitting outside in the garden with Charlie and Beauregard. The wind has picked up and there has been a light shower, but I am eating... What's the matter, bird? But I am eating strawberries, drinking tea, and slowly rising back into my ideal state of consciousness. I only woke up about half an hour ago. It's another cloudy but humid sort of day. Pretty much same situation 3 years later. Lots more rain on the way, methinks. A lot of cumulus or cumuli in the east. I hope we don't get too much more rain though, because the lawnmower man's coming Monday afternoon. Oh dear Goddess. I have an urge to go out, been isolated here for several weeks, but the weather is inclement and I'm worried about money, so it behooves me to stay home and get busy with finishing my decoupage and painting projects. I have not done any more work on them since I broke down. It's a shame, as I was doing so well and made such progress. Then, bam, splat, back to shutdown mode again. But I had put all my psychic energy into worrying about getting the lawns mowed and feeling shot to pieces over recent abusive practices in my favourite music venue that I have had no mental space for anything else. A feature of complex PTSD, either riding high like a champion or splonging in the darkness until the next uprising. I do wish my brain had been configured properly in a healthy, decent childhood environment, but I must make the most of my innate quirkiness and partake in all the goodness that this earth, our mother, still holds for me. Even wonders and magic I have not yet experienced or was denied me for too long. What could that be? My spirit soars and flies to all the sacred spaces I was never able to travel to in physical reality. Machu Picchu, Teotihuacan, Newgrange, Jerusalem, the Gaza pyramids, Petra, Uluru. But Makom, Makom. God was in this place and I did not know it. Standing straight and as tall as I can muster in my beaten down life with my short hobbit body, holding my ground with my big feet on my property that belongs to the government but has been my home for 17 and a half years, now 20 and a half. Gateways to holiness can be found anywhere. I need only open my eyes and enter the portals of peace. I must be grateful for what is and let go of wishes and desires that tease and taunt me and cause me distress. Dreams of prosperity travel across the globe and my ever tantalizing fantasy of a love partner. I am the man, woman, child, warrior goddess, and wild wolf guide. Something's biting me. It's so itchy. I need. I pull all aspects of my psyche and personality together and tap on the golden scar tissue of my kintsugi'd heart and let secret chambers locked away to protect and defend us open only when my mind is clear and my spirit is ready. Too much of a good thing spiritually is crazy making, she says, with her bare feet planted on the earth, grounding into this reality as stoically as ever. The bird and the dog are having a scrap over the ball between my feet. Brats, but grounding, yes, grounding. My body might be a prisoner of poverty and trauma, but my mind and heart are free to travel anywhere we like in a millisecond. Freedom to the Tanya, worth more than diamonds, gold, rubies, or even her much desired love. Freedom to be and feel and see and to become beautiful, holy, and blessed. In love with life, here she comes, and its mysteries. In love with my own self, who has journeyed so far, yet gone nowhere. A paradox. A paradox, Charlie. Not a parrot box. A paradox. She says, oh, Mama, you is so funny. All right, here we go. 11:11 p.m. You want to go in the tree? 11:11 p.m. It's been a productive day. Thank you, angels. I can hardly walk, I am so tired. But I got done what needed to be done, including a massive fight with Beauregard, clipping his nails. He managed to bite me even with his muzzle on my left thumb, a rather nasty puncture. And we still miss him even though he could be a little brat sometimes, Charlie. Because no one's perfect, Charlie. I also managed to slice my right thumb open on some foil on the edge of a dip packaging, like a paper cut, only worse. I bled like a stuck pig, so today has been a thumbs up kind of day. What do you reckon, Charlie? The backs of my hands are swollen with fluid under the skin again, probably from the effort of scrubbing all the copper pots. Grr, old age is not for sissies. I also had to clean out my pantry and wash everything down and put peppermint oil in the little cabinets. That was a big job I got involved in, while simultaneously baking shortbread. So I can be a domestic goddess if the times allow it. 3rd of February 2020. I woke up this morning with a weird sort of analogy in my mind. It came to me yesterday briefly, but I shoved it off. But it is back. I feel like a coat hanger. My head is a sharp hook seeking attachment to someone, so I can just be slid along the closet, unwanted and largely forgotten, until the day he decides to try me on. Like Germaine Grez's snotty, witty little comment in Absolutely Fabulous. My entire body hangs off these cheekbones, delivered with a sneer. Germaine and I have that in common. Cheek, chutzpah, bones. My entire frame feels like it just hangs off my shoulders like a fucking coat hanger. I am only alive from the shoulders up. Weird sort of idea, n'est-ce pas? That's French for in it. I suppose I need to get back into dancing to reintegrate my entire body and gift it with passion and revivification and fly again. I must stop writing words that I can't pronounce, people. But you get my vibe. Revivify myself and fly again. As soon as I can catch my breath and get out of my head, let's face it, I should probably go and find some willing creature of the male gender and have sex again. But I am not willing to sacrifice my carefully reconstructed heart and body on the coals of empty, superficial, sweaty, lying fuckery again. Gross. I have been missing a certain someone, and even I don't understand why. Why, Desiree? Why? Why, Charlie? Am I picking up on his vibes, or is it just me feeling like I am dying for the trillionth time? Yawn. So boring. This dying is endless, and I rather enjoy eking every ounce of life force out of my own self. So today, with the benevolent love of the gods and goddesses, what shall the Tanya, draping off the main frame of life like a postmodern, latent fashion discard? I am woman, hear me roar, mewling from my myopic closet of dystopic disregard. Achieve. I might put on music and dance until my lungs burst, or drag my little decoupage case back out and pretend to be an artist again, or just keep breathing until this little foray into weirdness passes. Maybe have a coffee at Amanda's, or maybe stay home. Choices, limitless choices. Oh, and there we go, it blipped off again. And why does it do that? Why, I don't know. Been practicing ukulele, which I have not done in over a year. I bought it with my inheritance 7.5 years ago. So that would be... Oh, anyway, it's a long time ago now. 12.5 years. Yeah, that's right. And still have not bothered to attempt mastery. So I had no aphrodisiac in my head again, which is my little spirit messengers, taking the piss out of me, as they often do. And sometimes I go with it, right? Ride that vibe. So I decided to play it on my uke, soothe the annoying, pesky spirit that wants that song so damn much and gets me to practice music at the same time. I am all fingers and thumbs. My strumming is woeful. I can't sing, but it is fun trying anyway. Oh dear goddess. Maybe that is all I am good at, trying. If you persist in trying, sometimes you just get it in the end, unless it's your love life. Persistence in bathos, love sickness, just makes you look seedy and desperate and a stalker. Shitful. Oh, you have to laugh. So ukulele can distract me from all that is not fitting well in my coat hanger life, waiting for Godot, and maybe one day I will be seen as the most glorious, talented, garnished garment and paraded out with pride and joy and elation by someone who values my few intrinsic gifts. Ahem. The more those dumb, nasty motherfuckers pushed me down, the more I got up again, like a gopher in a Mad Hatter's teapot. Unexpected. They thought I would just crawl away to die somewhere. But alas, no. The Mama T, that fantabulous bitch, is back. What can we do but enjoy the becoming after the long estrangement and becalmment? Who knew I had another uprising in me? Formidable, je t'aime, formidable, I love you. I am really happy because my gorgeous daughter just came to visit me this evening. It was so lovely to see her. You're my gorgeous daughter, Charlie. Yes, you loved her, Mama T, don't you? Can I have a kissy kissy? Kissy kissy. Who's a pretty birdie? Charlie, are you formidable too? I think so. Also, oh, hello. You did want a kissy. Okay. Also, there is a thunderstorm passing over, so we are going to get much desired rain. Crystal says rain is forecast until the 12th of February. So yeah, that means lots of humidity, but the grass will grow wildly and the garden will flourish. I have 2 dragon fruit flowers growing madly at the moment, so perhaps this year the plant will allow itself to set fruit. I will have to cross-pollinate with a paintbrush, so everything is doing its wild natural thing in my sacred space garden, with a little bit of help from me and the bees, of course. And I wrote, I love this in response to a quote or a meme that was a quote posted by Soul Weaving. She commented on it, what a powerful blessing. May we all be loved this deeply and honestly and courageously. And the quote goes like this: if you ever meet someone brave and powerful enough to walk with you directly through your most unconscious wounds and shadow caves, someone with the stupefying courage to see through the chinks of your armour and then help you take it off. Love them, because they have done something for you which is impossible to do alone. They will show you the treasure you've been seeking all your life, and they can do this because they aren't afraid of your fear. Jacob Nordby. Someone who's not afraid to love you, Charlie. That is a great gift indeed. One of the greatest gifts a sentient being can have, Charlie. 3rd of February 2019. I had a lovely day with my niece and nephew. Mark made a lovely antipasto for our lunch, complete with a delicious camembert drizzled with honey and yummy olives. Then we had a walk at Wynnum Beach. Then Ruby made a beautiful curry. I had 2 massive Wolfie type servings. We had a lovely fruit salad with ice cream for dessert. Oh, wow. Most of all, we had a lovely time chatting, and Aisha and Isaac were a delight as usual. Beauregard thoroughly enjoyed his time with the children and got lots of belly rubs with Aisha and loved his bones from the curry also. Thanks for a lovely day. February 3rd, 2018. Feeling much loved and supported by my wonderful psychiatrist, my beautiful friends, and the universe. Happy and grateful. 3rd of February 2016. Oh, my legs are starting to ache. Ouch. I just had a debrief. Been bitten alive on my feet. I just had a debrief with my doctor. He stated that my diagnosis is complex PTSD plus. And he said if any other health professional dares to suggest I have a personality disorder, they can come and argue with him. He also told me that he knows I am definitely not a lesbian. Weak, inadequate men think that because I have several masculine qualities inherited from my trauma: strength, power, safety, protection. Also the ability to identify with the underdog. My refusal to pander to men and my rejection of any abuse. In other global societies, I would be recognised as powerful and respected for my womanly qualities, bringing forth life. I stated, I do not feel very powerful living in poverty in Housing Commission. He said, but you have other qualities that are powerful indeed. He referred to my love relationship as intimacy by avoidance and one of the most unusual, weirdest he has ever seen. Lol. That is so very true. He thinks he is terrified of my power, that I might subsume him. I agree. That I might chew him up and spit him out. I stated all my relationships have involved men either actively trying to kill me or running away. I laughed. I mean, at the end of the day, all you can do is either laugh or cry, babies. So I've reached the point in life where I choose laughter. Beauregard reached up and gave me a hug. We were amazed. My doctor said it was because we were talking so intently and have such a strong rapport. The dog wanted my full attention. Dogs are, after all, narcissists as part of their survival mechanism. But he was a lovely dog. He could sense when I was distressed, and he would reach up and put both paws on either side of my neck and look into my eyes and literally give me the human equivalent of a hug, which I saw as a great honour and a sign of his affection also. He really was a wonderful dog. 3rd of February 2015, 2 a.m. Triggered, traumatised, distressed. I will survive, but it gets harder each time to fight off the filth that is thrown my way. I can only pray for a happier life, safe from malignant traitors and lying dogs. I have a dream, laughing my ass off. I just had a flashback, a funny memory. One of my women acquaintances that came to dance with me, she's a very beautiful woman. She's very, very slim, short like me, but very, very slim, very like tiny, very petite. And because I'm fat, I've got the big mama jumblies, right? And she has very small breasts because she's so tiny. She's like a little tiny little dolly. She is beautiful woman. I think she's in her 40s or thereabouts. Anyway, she came to dance with me and we both shimmied our boobs because I'm well endowed in the boob department thanks to chips and chocolate, probably a few Jack Daniels over the years, but anyway, we were shimmying and my boobs were doing this and her little boobies were doing that. And then she looked down and went like this to her boobs to say, but I've got none, and then pointed to mine, and I was like, I hear you, sister. But it was just, so I just had to tell you about that because it was just one of those funny moments where women have a laugh. We were laughing at ourselves, but not laughing at each other in a negative way, but just being silly about, the extra padding that I've got. It was delightful. She's a very nice woman, very friendly. And for the love of me, I can't bloody remember her name. And then there was another very beautiful woman that comes to dance. She's a brunette, very attractive. She's got a sleeve of tattoos and she's gorgeous. And she came up. I said, "Oh, hi, Meredith." She went, "Your clothes, it sounds similar. It's Nerida." And I went, "Oh, damn it." I said, "I'm getting so bad with names. I have trouble remembering names." She said, "But you were close." Anyway, Nerida, she's a lovely young woman too. So there are very nice people that come to the Brooklyn Standard that, dance with me and I enjoy their company. Very nice. She came very late in the evening. She must have probably come there from Irish Murphy's. Sometimes when they finish at Irish Murphy's, the regulars come up the other end of Elizabeth Street to the Brooklyn Standard at the end of the night, right? So it was a bit more quieter in the club last night. There were less people. So yes. The beautiful Sally sent me a care package along with the cat food for Socks and Sophie. Such lovely treats. I'm blessed to have truly caring people in my life. Thank you, Sally. And she replied, "Oh, shucks, you're welcome, Tanya." And I replied, "You really spoiled me, and it was a lovely surprise after some very distressing events on the weekend." Karen bought an enormous bucket of KFC when she came to sleep over on Friday night. Then Crystal arrived last night with a huge amount of KFC, 2 Zinger burgers and 2 wraps and chips. So while emotionally I have been decimated, my beautiful friends and daughter have spoilt me lavishly. I am very blessed. Thanks also to Lynn, Jared and Gail for their steadfast love and support. There is a saying, it takes a village to raise a child. As a survivor of trauma, it has taken very strong, determined, loyal and loving friends to raise me as I was raised by village idiots and attacked most of my life by vindictive, drooling curs. I do know how much hard work has gone into keeping me going. Bloody horseflies, can you believe it? And to keeping me going and buoying me up in dark times. And I thank you all for the great love you have shown for me, not once, but many, many times. God bless all your hearts and souls. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Charlie, what are you doing? Okay. This evening I showed Gail the heart rock that Crystal gave me yesterday. I can truly see all the little sparkles. Amazing. And I'm almost scared that we get cut off again, but there's the heart rock. She found it at the bottom of a creek she was wading through, and it was just sparkling in the water, and she picked it up, said, "That's for my mum, so she has more love in her life." The sweetness. I still cherish it on the 3rd of February 2023. I'm actually thinking, now that I have the skills that I learned from polishing up my opal, of polishing that rock up. Not that it's worth anything, but just to see if I can bring the quartz type sparkles up to shine even more. Might work, or I might completely destroy it, so let me think it out again. But anyway, it's one of the things I've been thinking about doing, was polishing it up, but it's got a lot of like sediment in it, so it might lose its heart shape too. It's a bit of a risk, but I guess I could polish just one side and see how I go with it. I just found out our new leader is not Polish Jewish. She is Polish. Be still my heart, but I'm sure she will still be awesome. She wasn't. Update 2023. Well, I was very wrong about that monstrosity of WEF. Hell, a genocidal murderer she is. They all are. How ironic I wrote, "Be still my heart," since her active peddling of that poison has caused myocarditis and pericarditis and killed thousands. The evil cow. Well, she resigned recently, so now we have a new monstrosity in charge. Nothing changes if nothing changes, people. Vote these bastards out. I enjoy being nude as often as possible. I also go barefoot at home and after a night's dancing, as I don't do pain. And it was an article that said 8 reasons you should take your clothes off now. Yes, be at one with nature, people, as much as you possibly can, in your own body, mind, spirit and soul. Be human. I mean, obviously not running around naked in public, because that would be weird, but as much as you possibly can. Be comfortable in your own skin, literally. 3rd of February 2014. The black moon on Friday brought extraordinary experiences, some of them traumatic, like finding out my father is still alive and not far enough away, but that is okay as long as I don't engage. A wild weekend dancing joyously with my friends. New friendships forged and old friendships falling away like worn-out snakeskins, and discombobulation of my mind as I try to process this all while busily enjoying my life, celebrating, processing and reconstructing. I had my hair done this afternoon, so feel pretty and refreshed. Yay! Then going to Jackpot Noodles with my gorgeous daughter and my best man friend, Jared. Yay! Can't wait. Hungry mama here, smiley face. Here I write, Rudyard Kipling. That is all I'm going to say about that. And Valium, smiley face. Here's a delightful photo of Jared and I being silly for the camera. Haven't physically seen him in a long time since, when was the last time? Was it Boxing Day? I think it was Boxing Day. So, I saw a photo of him he posted recently. He's lost so much weight. He looks just like he did when he was a young man, when we first became friends. Absolutely gorgeous he looks. So, but he's not been well. I said, you'll have to watch yourself, Jared. I said, you're going to get a lot of attention from women. I said, you look stunning. He was like, I look like I'm dying, Tanya. I'm not going to get any attention. I look like a dying person. I said, no, that's just because you feel unwell. I said, you actually look great, which is ironic how great him and I look as we're slowly dying. But anyway, I'm sure he will meet someone soon because he looks fabulous. And, I'm happy for him if he does. We've both been on our own a long, long time. And we kind of function better that way in a way. So, but I'm sure in time we'll both find our love partners. 3rd of February 2013. I danced all weekend, but my mood degenerated last night as I must have been overtired on my 8-inch boots. Were they 8 inches? Oh, I know the boots I'm thinking about. Yes, they were very high indeed. So actually one man that I actually met, his opening gambit to me when he met me was, are you a short person when you come off those boots? I went home with him. I thought that was a very, very interesting way of starting a conversation with a woman. But although I went home with him, he was yet another fucking dead shit. So nothing pursued with that connection. But I thought that was clever and witty. Are you a short person when you come off those boots? You see, I do like a man with a good sense of humour. So I came home early and talked on Pal Talk with my mates until 3 a.m. Today I got up late Arvo and spent the Arvo and evening with my darling Lynn. Nice day. 3rd of February 2011. It was a steamy hot day, so I schwitzed, but managed to potter a bit in the garden, repotted some plant pots and hosed the garden. Everything looks nice. Off to the murder house tomorrow. Wish me luck and perfectly fixed teeth. Oh, dear goddess. Don't even go there. We don't want to think about that. 3rd of February 2010. The Russians are coming. Hide the vodka. The rabbi is coming. Pretend you're kosher and hide the vodka. Update 3rd of February 2023. I met a very nice Slavic looking man this evening. I looked at him and said, "You are a Slav." He looked amazed and said, "My father was Ukrainian." I nodded. I told him I have Polish ancestry and I recognise those beautiful broad cheekbones and that flat Slavic head anywhere. He laughed, I laughed. I just had a funny thought. This man that was tuning me up on the internet late last year also claimed to have Russian ancestry, and when we met, sure enough, same Slavic cheekbones. But anyway, he wasn't serious, so there was that. But it's interesting how last year I kept attracting the Russian or Slavic or Polish ancestry to me, you know. It's very, very odd. His friend was very nice too. I told him he looked Scottish and Irish. He said, "Correct." I said, "Yeah, my father's line was Scottish, Irish, English too." The two men danced with Joe and I, and we enjoyed each other's company. Very nice men, those two fellows. I can't remember their names. But yeah, I remember that night very well, dancing with them at the Live Wire bar. They bought us a couple of drinks, they were generous, and oh yes, I remember now. The Scottish Irish one said he worked for something to do with air control, and the Slavic, half Ukrainian man also had a very important job. I can't remember what his job was now. Anyway, but they were nice fellows. But they came sometime last year again. It was before I quit the casino, actually, in 5th of August. So they must have come back about May. But that night they just smiled at me from the distance, but they didn't come up and dance with me, which I thought was a bit odd, since we'd had such a wonderful night dancing together back in back in the 3rd of February. But anyway, each to their own, you know. People come and go as they please. And thus concludes today's readings of even date. The sun's peeping out between the frangipanis. I'm probably getting skin cancers as we speak. So I've got to get out of the sun, people, before I fry. And I hope you enjoyed today's readings. Here's my Charlie, pruning. I say pruning, preening, being a happy birdie. And I'm going to be a happy mama T and go and, Oh, I'm late taking my tablet by 1 hour. Oops. I go and take my bladder medication and maybe have another drink and live my best life. So it's Saturday, so to my Jewish friends, family and community, Shabbat Shalom, and to the rest of humanity, happy Saturday to you. Have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, as usual in the space-time continuum. Stay safe, stay free, stay wild, stay joyous. Much love from Sacred Space at Titania's Realm.